It's time to crush that carbon, y'all. Hey guys, and welcome back to another episode of Crushing Carbon. I'm your host as always, Ian, and today we are going to be doing something succulent and delicious. Pork candy. We're doing pork belly burn-ins, or some people call it pork candy. Come along on this journey with me, y'all. Okay guys, this is where we're just cutting these pork bellies up into cubes. First we go for strips at about an inch and a half. I think that looks pretty good to me. Now we're just cubing them up. Those knife skills would make Gordon Ramsay jealous. And y'all sit back and enjoy the rest of this delicious pork candy. Okay guys, now that we got our pork bellies all nice and cubed up, looking good, now we're going to give them a little bit of love. Today we're using two different kind of rub. Because we're going for really sweet, but I don't want to go too sweet on the rub. So today we're using honey bacon barbecue from Meat Church. They do a fantastic product. They've got some really good stuff. And then we got the butt rub from Still There Shine Sauce. They got some great stuff too. So let's go ahead and coat these puppies up. Alright guys, now we're just going to hit these cooking racks with a little bit of non-stick spray just so they don't stick while they're cooking. Now we're going to go ahead and just lay them down. You want them about this close, so you want them to be nice and pretty and square. Set them down. They don't need a ton of space between them because that smoke's going to come up from all angles. So now we're just placing them. Alright guys, we got these beautiful pork bellies all seasoned up, looking delicious. We went real heavy on the rub because you want to get that good bark and that smoke flavor. We're going to cook them at about 275 for an hour and a half, and I'll see y'all then. Alright, we're about an hour and a half into our pork belly burn-ins cook, and I decided about halfway through this to conduct a little bit of an experiment. What I'm going to do is half of them, I've seen a lot of ways to do them, half of them I'm going to leave on and just let them get that pure smoke before we glaze them. But with these on the top rack, because they're getting a little bit more smoke, I'm going to take those off and we're going to braise them. So stay tuned for those puppies to come off. We're going to go ahead and season them up, braise them, put them back on, and we'll see y'all then.
Lord have mercy.
We're about to make a little bit of our braising liquid for our pork belly burn-ins. Remember, we're doing a little bit of experiment. We're doing half braised and half not. So we're going to come along the top of these with just some brown sugar because everybody loves brown sugar. Just enough to coat them. You don't want to go crazy. There's not a real measurement here. Just whatever looks right to you. Okay. And now, honey for the money. Come over the top of that with some honey, because we want these pork bellies to be sweet pork candy. Just finish it off with a little drizzle of honey because we're also using a sweet sauce. Everything's been sweet so far. And now just some butter. And now we're going to wrap her up and put her to bed right back on the pit. And we'll see y'all in about another hour and a half. Okay guys, we're about 2 hours into our pork belly cook. And now we're doing an experiment. So we've already got one half in the braising liquid. The other half we're going to do just straight up smoke, and we're ready to glaze them now. So we're going to check to make sure that they're probe tender. And once we see that, oh man, look at the color on those. They got some good smoke color to them. They're looking delicious and ready to eat. Don't pay attention to what else is on the pit because you'll see that some other time. And look at that, perfectly probe tender. Just slides right through. That's exactly what we're looking for here. So we're going to take these off and glaze them. Okay guys, we've got these pork bellies probe tender. We're just going to take them off, slide them in, and we're ready to glaze them. Now you don't want to go too crazy with the sauce, but we've got a great sauce here. We're using Traeger Sugar Lips. It is delicious. You just want enough to coat them when you toss them. Just toss them all up in that sauce. Make sure that they're nice and coated. And now we're gonna put them back on just long enough for that glaze to set up, and it's time to dig in. All right, guys, we've got our glazed pork bellies on there. They've been about 45 minutes once we've glazed them, so let's take a look at what we got. And I don't know about y'all, but that looks delicious to me. We're about to take them off and let them rest. Okay, the burn ends have been in the braising liquid for about an hour and a half now. They should be looking good. Let's go ahead and get them off, take a look, and then glaze them up. Now we're gonna sauce them up because these puppies, we're not even gonna really toss these too much because these are insanely tender. If you hear our little co-host in the back, that's just my son Finnegan. He's ready for dinner too. And oh my goodness gracious, that is a mwah. That looks amazing. Watch how one of these pulls apart. I'm just going to take one out for you guys to see. And I mean, oh my goodness. All right, y'all, it's been a long day of cooking. We've done some pork belly burn ends 2 ways. If you look in front of me, to my right, we did not braise these. These are the ones that have been in the braising liquid, and we're just going to give them a taste test. Let's see what we got. I'm going to try the non-braised ones first. Delicious. That sauce has really had a good opportunity to set on there. It gives it a little crispness. Almost like a set-up sauce, like a rib. Now let's try the braised one. This one is clearly better. This one is more tender, more juicy. And I mean, this one just... That's fall apart. I can't do it no better. I'll see y'all next time.